Another little nugget that's emerged from number 10, the UK representative of EDF, French company, Simon Rossi, at this meeting. We're also hearing that, separate to that, EDF has announced in France that it is going to sue the French government for 8.3 billion euros. Now, the issue is, of course, that EDF had been told by the French government, start providing fuel at less than the market cost to try and help people out. That clearly is not working with a nationalised company in France.
Well, absolutely. And I'm on their side. I mean, you know, it's a ridiculous thing. As a business owner myself, if the government said to me, you have to lose money for the next, X years or whatever, of course I would say no. And if they forced me to, of course I would sue. What is the point? So I think, as Tom said, it is very difficult for everybody. Everybody is blaming each other.
Yeah.
And at the moment, there seems to be no immediate help, immediate solution. Now, if they do get windfall taxes, if they do extract money from Centrica, etc., that's not nearly... I mean, it won't even touch the sides. They're
operating profits at Centrica, 1.3 billion for the first 6 months, huge amount, but we're being told any bailout could be 35, 36, 37 billion for the whole country.
Exactly. So it's comparatively speaking, it's a tiny amount. So I think one thing that I do feel is that the government could put pressure on the companies to give discounts, to use that money directly with their own people.
Let me ask Victoria about that, because we had Gordon Brown coming out suggesting perhaps some kind of renationalisation of the energy sector. That's going to take a long time to do. But also talking about social tariffs. And that's something also Derek Lickorish has talked about, that we may have like a two-tier pricing system for people.
Well, there are all kinds of ideas about different interventions that the government could make. Slightly worrying to see nationalisation seems to be, the Overton window seems to have shifted slightly so that nationalisation is back on the agenda, which, from my perspective as a free market supporter, is rather worrying. But I think all of this seems to miss the overriding point here, which is that energy costs what it costs. It's a global market.
Global market.
The commodity price has gone through the roof because of various factors, but perhaps most particularly the sanctions on Russia. And I'm afraid nationalising an industry doesn't change what the cost of energy is. It just reshuffles around who has to carry that cost, potentially putting that cost on the taxpayer instead of on the individual bill payer, which I'm not sure that is necessarily a preferable solution.